My dad has been diagnosed as having Alzheimer's. Could the diagnosis be wrong? That's a wonderful question, and I certainly hope so. Remember, Alzheimer's is cognitive impairment and social dysfunction. So we don't think well, we lose some of our thinking capabilities, and we get sloppy, abnormal from our social behavior. It's both of those things, but there's no blood test. There's no specific test that tells us whether you've really got Alzheimer's or not. And so it's a peculiar problem. There are different things that can cause Alzheimer's disease. Now, cognitive impairment, thinking disorders, Alzheimer's is one, and then there's 3 or 4 other things. People that have hardening of the arteries lose blood supply. People that have many strokes. There's an illness where there's atrophy of some of the nerve endings in the brain. All of these can confuse the true diagnosis of Alzheimer's. But there are some medical illnesses such as depression. When people get depressed, they're in the blues and they don't think well and they get sloppy in their social behavior, and maybe they take medicines that make them not respond well, and they begin to lose their memory. So depression would be one. Thyroid disease would be one. People with underactive thyroid, hypothyroidism, can get so sluggish in their thinking that they just feel like they're forgetting things, and they might get sloppy too. And so we always have to think about the thyroid disease. People that have high blood pressure sometimes can get multiple little strokes, or some blood pressure medicines, beta blockers, can make people confused and tired and clumsy, and so need to think of that also. Substance abuse, people with cocaine abuse, people with heroin abuse, people with alcohol abuse. People with abuse get some damage in the brain, and that damage in the brain can confuse with the diagnosis of Alzheimer's. And then some nutritional deficiencies, vitamin B12, also causes similar damage in the brain. So that diagnosis of Alzheimer's needs to be established by a professional for your daddy. I hope some of these other illnesses that can be corrected are the cause.